Now, how did you envision the scourging ending? Maybe for many of us, we imagined, right, that they'd reached the limit, 40 minus 1, and therefore it's finished, it's done with, it's over. Or maybe we thought, maybe it ended when the soldiers were just tired. They couldn't go on anymore, so they stopped, they gave up. Catherine describes in her book how they actually had teams, right? And how the first team would go and would scourge, it's awful. And then when they couldn't go on anymore, they were exhausted, they needed a break, they would step aside and the next team would come in and continue. It was awful. But how did it stop? This is something that I don't want to forget because it's worth sitting and praying with a lot. This is what she says. She says, the dreadful scourging had been continued without intermission for 3/4 of an hour, when a stranger of lowly birth, a relation to the blind man whom Jesus had cured, rushed from amidst the crowd and approached the pillar with a knife, shaped like a cutlass, in his hand. "Cease," he exclaimed in an indignant tone. "Cease! Scourge not this innocent man unto death." The drunken men, soldiers, taken by surprise, stopped short, while he quickly severed the cords which bound Jesus to the pillar, and disappeared among the crowd. Christ fell almost without consciousness on the ground, which was bathed with his blood, and the executioners left him there and rejoined their cruel companions, who were amusing themselves in the guardhouse with drinking and plaiting the crown of thorns. And so what we have here is the ending of the scourging at the pillar, but not because the soldiers were finally exhausted and couldn't go on anymore, not because they had reached the limit that they shouldn't pass, but actually because someone stepped forward and said, enough, this has got to stop. That's something that I want to reflect on more, just how the sufferings and the pains of Christ only stopped, they only ceased when someone, this stranger, stepped forward, took a chance, right? They might tie him up right next to Christ and keep going, but took a chance, stopped, said this must stop, got in the way and ended the scourging. For us maybe too, with the evil, with the sufferings that we experience and that we see others experience. Maybe Christ calls us, get in the way, step forward, stop it, like this man stopped the scourging.